What are you guys talking about up here?
Where I'm talking about this podcast. I know the hosts. Happy birthday
shit.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vince. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip.
We don't do that here.
I know. It's actually really sad that we don't.
I know.
My Australian friends and I always do that after everyone's like happy birthday, and then everyone's like, okay, we're doing cake now. We're stopping. I was like, okay.
Everyone, you're the only one that does it.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to You Do, a podcast where we explore everything queer, Asian, and identity and get into everything that you do.
I'm your host, Vince Buendicho.
And I'm Matt Vo.
So, I guess cat's out the bag. I've just turned 30.
Yes, happy birthday.
Crazy.
Welcome
so
to the club.
I know, that's crazy. My back is hurting now. Like my lower knee is hurting. Yeah, what comes with turning 30 apparently. But this episode is actually building onto Matt's birthday episode, and we're running it a bit differently. So it's from 13 going into 30. We're just going to reflect back on the last decade that just happened, but also low-key, high-key inspired by Vogue's 73 questions done by yours truly, Matt Vo and Vince Buendicho.
We're just changing up the format a little bit. And
30 for 30.
13. Oh, wait, 13. No, 30 questions. 30 questions for 30 years.
30 years.
But
okay, harmony.
for 30 years.
30 years.
But with every episode, we start off with how do you do? So, Vince, how do you do this week? What?
Nothing. I'm just like, it has been such a activity-packed week, as it should, because I kind of treated like this entire month as my birthday celebration because my family is not here. So I just thought, you know what, whatever, I'm going to celebrate every day.
As you should.
For the rest of the May month. But as you know, I don't really like to celebrate my birthday. I think I like when people organize it for me.
Yeah, you like don't really throw your own
thing.
You're like, let's see who's my best friend.
Yeah. Literally. No, I think it's because like back at uni we every time it's my birthday, it all falls under like exam block and no one wants to go out. So I'm like, okay, am I gonna do anything? So this week I started off, I went on a camping trip. For anyone that knows me, I am not really the outdoorsy kind of person. And that became very prevalent and evident during this camping trip. It was also a climbing trip, but it rained all weekend, but we pretty much we're already here. It's like 5 hours to get here.
Wait, where did you go?
We went to Skaha. It's a place in Skaha.
Skaha, dude.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I had to.
Oh, I don't mind it. That was actually good. I'm kind of like annoyed that I didn't come up with it.
But I'm a comedian now.
Yeah, no. No, it's in interior BC. It's known for climbing, and I made a fool of myself actually. But at the time I was like, yeah, this is revolutionary. So what I did was I put the sleeping pad inside the sleeping bag, which when I went inside the sleeping bag, I was like, why do I feel so constricted? Like I can't sleep like this. And then I zipped it up and I was like, I can't breathe. But I ended up sleeping anyway. And then the next day I was like, you know what's a really good idea? If I put the sleeping pad underneath the sleeping bag. And then I was explaining this to my friends and they were like dumbfounded. They were just like, you were a real special person.
No shit.
Yeah, literally. And then that's when I realized I'm actually just an indoor princess and I should not be allowed outside and I will not survive in the wilderness. But I'm trying. I live in BC now. I feel like I have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I really have to.
It's your whole identity.
Yeah, I'm making it my whole identity. I mean, I put these bands for a reason. Just to kind of make conversation that I climb now, you know? And the rest of the week, it was actually my birthday yesterday. So I had some really awesome friends that took me out to dinner, and then bought me tickets to like West Side Story musical that a theater company in BC has produced.
Amazing.
Um,
Can you talk about the
oh,
production?
the production itself was amazing. So it's
Yeah.
the lead. A friend of mine is actually the lead character. She plays Maria. I've only seen West Side Story, the movie with Ansel Elgort. It was amazing. The set was great. Like
Oh,
the pacing
wow.
was awesome, and also just Cass's voice is just amazing. Like
Yeah.
so she plays Maria, and also the guy, the lead male that played Tony was also equally amazing.
Mm.
So their dynamic and chemistry on stage was like palpable.
Yeah.
And you know, the dancing, it's a very dance heavy kind of musical, which they definitely like freaking applause.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was great. The set, you would have loved the set. Just details, like details galore. So that was really fun. And then I have a bunch more other activities happening at the end of the week. So it's like friends just have been filling me up with like love, and also people back home. And it's the reason why I'm wearing this shirt is because a lot of people from Australia has signed it. And also
Mhm.
shout out to Jana Imperial who designed it.
It's
Another,
so Brat. It's
I
the
know
original
it is.
Brat.
Yeah.
This is a shirt that gave Charlie XCX
Yeah,
inspiration
it's
for her
it's
whole
the
album.
color, yeah. So, no, I definitely feel the love this entire week, and I think, as you know, it's really hard when you're away from family, having to make your own family, your chosen family here or
Yeah.
in LA.
Mhm.
No, I'm just so eternally grateful that, like, have crossed paths with so many wonderful people. So, yeah,
Oh, I love
that's
that.
yeah.
I love that. You should keep celebrating till the end of the month.
I know, that's literally what I'm gonna be doing because I was like, "Screw it." Like, I only turned 30 once, but yeah, no, I definitely should, and I'm planning to just because what also aligns with my birthday is that it's getting sunnier.
Oh my god.
It helps
Anyone
out.
that's listening, take a shot every time that Vince mentions the sun. I
Honestly,
love
yeah, it
it.
could be a drinking game by the time we reach
It
our
could
100th
be.
episode.
You
But
might be submitted to rehab by then.
yeah. Woo! But, how about you, Matt? How do you do? How's
How was
Tuesdays?
Howard? How are
How's
going on the birthday theme? Something I
Mhm,
forgot that I didn't mention in the last episode. So my mom and I were driving to Vegas, and on the way there,
mhm.
still in California, maybe 40 minutes out from Vegas, this cop pulls me over. I had never been pulled
Yeah.
over by a cop ever, so I was like crapping my pants. And he's like, "Did you check your speed?" And I was like, "Well, I was going downhill, so I was like trying to brake going downhill, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit hard." Like, and he was just asking me, you in a rush or anything?"
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, "No." Like, I was being honest. I should
Yeah.
have lied. I should have said my mom
No,
has diarrhea.
oh my god, sacrifice your mom's
I
integrity.
know. I should have. It would have saved me a fine. But then I gave him my license and registration,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Dude, can you just," like, he left to go back to
Mhm.
his car, and I was like, "I really hope that he saw that it was my actual birthday
Oh,
on my license,
yeah,
and he would be a little bit kinder and just, like, be like, give me a warning or something."
and he didn't.
He didn't.
Mm. You should have batted your eyes, be like, "Please, officer."
I should have started crying. I should have got my mom
Yeah.
to cry too. It's like, "I can't afford this ticket. Please, I'm an immigrant.
Oh my god.
I
You would've
can't."
yeah, literally. Oh my god.
Anyway, I was just like,
What was his name? If his name was, like, Hanson and you're like, "Sorry, excuse me, Officer Handsome." Oh, sorry, handsome.
no, he would have sent me to jail.
Yeah, he would have been like, "You're coming to downtown with me now."
Oh,
It's
hot.
oh, okay. I mean, your mom is like, "No, Matthew, no. Don't
Which
leave
is
me
like,
here."
do what you gotta do.
Yeah, literally. Like, mama will be waiting without a
I
fine.
know. But apart from that, I this week my part of my professional development with my interior design work
Mhm.
is doing these monthly workshops. Like this week, we had a workshop called Being Comfortable with Being Uncomfortable.
Mhm.
And I kind of went into it not really knowing what to expect. And it ended up being like an improv class.
What?
And I've rewatched I rewatched How I Met Your Mother so many times that
Yeah, yeah.
as soon as I walked into the showroom, I was like, "Wait, this lady I recognize." And she's like
Oh,
the doctor. She's Barney's heart
yeah.
doctor in that one episode, and she's also on Modern Family in the
Oh my god.
early seasons. I like chatted her up, and I didn't even know that she was taking the
Yeah,
workshop. Like we have a group of they call it emerging leaders,
yeah.
and it was like maybe 3 or 4 exercises, and it was just like so fun in a safe environment. We had to really
Mhm.
like think on our toes
Yeah.
and not really overthink things, because like
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
overthink things, we
That's when
kind
you
of
shut
doubt
down.
ourselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
doubt ourselves, and so I just thought that was like such a fun class. But she was like, she went into it. She was like, "I'm not gonna make you be a tree or a rock or something. This is gonna apply to like your
Your
professional
professional
life."
development. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. So what did they make you do?
so the first exercise, it was like kind of an icebreaker. Just we as a group, we had to count up to 21, and each person like doesn't like in a group. We had to
Oh, yeah.
stand in a circle, and they had people had to say a number, and if there was 2 people that said the same number, then we have to start over. So we wouldn't really know
Oh,
how to like
yeah.
gauge. It's kind of just like gauging everyone's like energy, or like looking at each other who's gonna go next.
Mhm,
That was
mhm.
like the icebreaker, and we actually got to
That's so much
21
fun.
quite
Yeah.
quickly. And then one of the Korean girls, she's like, "This is actually a drinking game." Like, I think it's
Apata
AP.
Apata?
I think so.
Yeah.
If you
It's
overlap
a
at the same
yeah,
number, then you
you
both have
drink.
to take a shot or
Dude, that would
something.
be so much fun.
Oh yeah, I think we should
Yeah.
play it
Like, now? Let me just
right now. It is Friday. Um, but that was one of the first exercises, and then at the end we got in a group,
Mhm.
and we had to base the. Do you know the story with like the 3 little pigs and the wolf? How
Yes,
they
yes.
have the straw house, the
Yep,
stick house, and the brick house.
yep.
Each group had to kind of like pitch to the clients
Mhm.
um, why they would want a stick house, why would they want a
Oh,
straw
okay.
house, why would they want a brick house, and we barely had any time to prepare in a group. So it was related to our professional life,
Yeah,
but I was like, dude, this is so much fun. Like,
yeah.
I would totally do another improv class.
I know, yeah. It's so underrated. It's like I did improv, but it's for dance.
Yeah.
It's similar concept where well, it's contact improv where you like someone touches you and that's the only thing you can like it's one of the exercises where they touch a shoulder, for instance, and that's the only like body part you have to move. Or like so they're literally just like,
Yeah,
"Oh, yes,
like
you think you're
popping.
hot, but I'm sorry you're not famous." Do you know that song?
No, but
My god. It's from Camp Rock. Yeah, improv is so much fun, and, like, the whole yes and, like, building
oh,
on
we did
You
that.
did
We
that?
did that
Yeah?
too.
Awesome.
Yeah, she gave us like a random object. Like one group got like a basically a
Yes.
glass cup, and they had to like basically upsell that
Yeah,
item.
yeah.
Yes, and blah blah blah.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a fun, really fun class. It's towards like the end of May as well, and
Mhm.
we've we're starting to see some like pride events happening.
Yeah.
So last week I got to celebrate Long Beach Pride with one of our friends, and it was like so fun. Being in the community is so fun.
Yeah. Have you made any
It
gay
just
friends?
not necessarily, but I did talk to some guys. There was one guy that's actually going to Brisbane right now. So I
Oh,
was just telling him all the tips to
like
be like,
yeah, yeah.
go to this place, go to the Pete's Fish and Chips, bring me back some.
It's, like, all
And
moldy.
I know, but it was really fun to just celebrate Pride. I'm gonna be in New
Yeah.
York City Pride next month with our friend, and that'll be wild. So I'm so looking forward to that. Um, Infamously, June is also like June gloom in LA, so I'm like
Oh,
trying to make the most of the sunny weather right now. Yeah,
just rainy?
it's weird. No, it's just like gloomy.
Oh,
Something to do
interesting.
with being next to the ocean. I don't know. I don't know the scientific like ways of the
Yeah.
world. But yeah, that's kind of been a quick recap of the last 2 weeks.
Amazing. Yeah.
I would love to get into our 30 questions for 30
Yes.
years. So let's dive right into it. Um, my first one for you, Vince.
Mhm.
How does it feel to be 30?
It feels great.
The end.
Like, honestly, it's one of those things where you're like, the more you build up on it, the more like have expectation or whatever. I think it's like confronting actually to be turning into what you thought would be an adult. But I still feel like a child. So it's trying to balance like expectations, trying to balance like intentions now. Everything that
Mm,
I do here onwards is going to be like with full intention. I feel like, training season is over, is all I'm going to say.
absolutely. I love it. Can you share a happy memory from your childhood?
A happy memory. Definitely moving to Australia, like being on a plane actually for the first time. That was insane. Like
Do you know
the
what airline?
Qantas, of course. Excuse me.
Okay, we're
Good,
not sponsored, but
no, yeah. Hearing the "Welcome to Australia" for the first time
oh yeah,
as well. Oh my god, are you wearing Qantas shirt? Oh yes, there it is. Nice, Australia.
Australia.
Um, so yeah, and then oh my god, another happy kind of weird memory is like drinking tomato juice for the first time, which I thought was vile, but I was like, you know
Oh,
what? I'm gonna try it because I want to be different.
what's one thing you believed to be true in your 20s, your early 20s, but now you find isn't true anymore?
The fact that you think everyone is like not out to get you, but is like judging you, when in reality, it's actually like you're just your own self saboteur being like, oh, I can't wear this today because so and so or other people would think otherwise. When in reality, everyone is actually so self centered that they're only worrying about themselves. Like
Everyone's going through their
everyone,
own sort of
exactly.
thing. Hmm.
So if you want to wear flip flops on your head, do it.
People might be concerned for you at that point,
You know
but
what?
that's
It's
fine.
okay. That's fine. I'm in my 30s now. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Live our lives. Favorite cake flavor?
Cheesecake.
There's so
It's
many.
there is, but just a Basque cheesecake. Yes.
Soundtrack song to kick off the new decade.
Sports car by Tate McRae,
That's a slutty song.
and I'm here for it.
Here, let's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm so here for your slutty era.
yeah. Like it's such a nice build to like
We
the
can.
whispery voice to like the heavy basses, and then just like yeah, it's kind of like "Into You" by Ariana Grande. That was my Spotify Wrapped top for like 3 years running.
Yeah,
So good.
like it's a little bit sultry.
Sultry, saucy, just like she knows she's hot shit, and she's on that freaking
Yeah.
bike changing like different outfits. I'm like, so good.
The last time you cried in front of someone.
In front of someone,
Yeah, we're getting deep here.
I guess it was after the breakup, definitely. Uh, kind of just like going through the motions and then just allowing myself to like feel it out and being comforted by someone else. Yeah, that was the last time. But then obviously, like there are other times where I cried in secret at the gym as I'm changing. I'm like,
Aw,
I had to go through it, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wow, that was really comical. As I was like putting my shirt, I'm crying.
I don't think it is at all.
No, because I comical in a way that I'm like, I can look back at it now, being like, that was definitely a moment where growth was needed, and I had to grieve certain losses, and
Hmm.
it's like stepping stone to like either finding the next person that is going to fulfill that partnership that I want. It's just a gentle reminder of like the love was real. I can look back at it in peace now and be like, wow, like I allowed myself to feel all the emotions I needed, and even if most of that was at the gym the gym bathroom.
It's like quiet times. I feel like
Yeah,
it's you. You have more quiet times to yourself at the gym, and that's when you really can be a bit more
yeah.
emotional. What's a pop culture moment from the last 30 years that has resonated with you, or
My
I
God.
guess was your gay awakening?
Oh, Beyonce's like Coachella like uh
Oh,
performance. like
Really?
watching that for the first
Homecoming.
time, Homecoming. So yeah, like I think that was the first time that I've ever sat down and listened and watched intently an entire like recorded act. And
Okay.
I listen to it if I know I need to focus at work because it's a solid 2 hour and a bit, and I get so much work done. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that for me was like just an elevated form of performance, creativity, and just production in general.
Question 8. One thing that
Damn, only
you
eight.
first notice in a man.
Definitely their I was gonna say eyes, but the first thing that I notice is yeah, definitely like their stature, their like the way that they carry themselves, but also just like I'm a sucker for beards. So if someone has facial hair,
Okay.
I'm just like, yes.
That's the first thing you notice, their
Yeah,
beard, if
their
they have
beard.
beard.
Yeah.
Okay. Your go-to cocktail.
Oh, gin and tonic, but with Hendrix and cute cucumber and dried grapefruit.
Oh, she's fancy. How would you describe your sense of style?
Hobo chic.
Which one more of?
It's more leaning towards hobo. I realized I saw myself coming out of the gym, and I was like, I was like, wow, you've really let yourself go.
We're going through it.
um, and I have these pair of pants that on the first episode I talked about wearing to the office.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna burn them next time I see them.
Okay, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my hoarding trait that I got from my parents or just whatever. But they have holes now, like,
Oh my
and I still
god.
wear them, and I still
Oh,
wear them.
oh, Vince.
Yeah. Like I because I know I'm going to the gym, I'm gonna get dirty and stuff that I'm like, I don't really care what happens to these pants. So I just sacrifice the potential thigh exposure.
Girl,
It's really bad.
you need to bend them right now. Going into our 30s, we can't
I
wear
know,
socks with
yeah.
holes in them, clothes with holes in them anymore.
Yeah. It is
We
giving
cannot.
hobo cheek.
Bet more hobo.
Yeah, more hobo.
What is always in your day-to-day bag?
My lip balm.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My power bank, which is humongous, because I have a fear of like my phone dying and I won't be able to like go back home.
Okay.
Like it's just an internal fear. And now recently, obviously, because Vancouver weather is just notorious for raining, like my raincoat and multiple umbrellas.
A song that will get you out of a funk.
What's a funk? Like a
Like
gross
if you're in
day?
a crappy mood, just
Oh,
like
okay.
I gotta listen to something to just
Um,
get me out of this.
like a sad funk. It's
Yeah.
I'm Here by Cynthia Erivo. I
Oh,
don't know if you've heard it, but it's like it just
it
ugh.
hits. What's one thing you're actively trying to unlearn or deconstruct about yourself
Oh.
or the world?
I think for myself, that I'm not good enough to try certain things. That I would constantly kind of like dim myself because I'm like, oh, I um, totally don't have the skill set or um, all the things going for me because I grew up this way or whatever. It's always that like annoying voice in my head that's like you're not good enough. When in reality, it's like some work out there that has been produced. I'm mainly talking about creativity now because I feel like for a while I've been trying to create things, but it's just not. I feel like the perfectionist in me is like, no, you're not. Is you're not there yet. You need to be at your like top level before you start producing things. But in reality, it's like the more that I wait, the more I'm not actually doing anything. So I'm trying to
Mm,
combat like procrastination with more action. So
yeah,
that's one thing I want to take on board in the next decade is that like if I feel stuck, just move.
like action and
Yeah,
fail so that we could be
constantly
better.
just growing. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like even though in my head I'm like planning and scheming, like okay, this is how I'm gonna do it, and I would always try to like iterate successful events. But then I'm like, what if this happens? What if that happens? And I get stuck in this like stagnant pose. I'm like, and it's been an hour, and I'm like, I've done nothing.
Right.
When I could just be like,
Just
let's just 1%,
try it.
1%,
Yeah,
1%.
1%
Yeah,
every day.
yeah.
It's beautiful. What is your most frequented restaurant in Vancouver?
Oh my god, this place called Chocho's. It's all you can eat hot pot. I specifically go only after 9 p.m. because they have a discounted price.
We love a discount. How
We
much is it?
love it's $40 for like after 9 p.m. between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. But before it's like $52.
Damn. You want a midnight
Yeah,
snack?
no, literally, I would. Sometimes I would just no. I haven't gone by myself, but I feel like I can if I really desperately want hot pot at 1 in the morning.
Coffee or matcha?
Matcha
Favorite time of the day?
when I go home after work.
We love honesty.
Yeah.
What aspects of your identity do you feel are most misunderstood by others?
The fact that I'm always happy and that I'm not that I don't
Oh,
that I'm constantly what do you call it on all the time, and that when I do show other emotions, that it's like people are somewhat confused by it. So I think I really need to set like healthy boundaries that I'm like, no, I'm still a complex human being. I understand that I may be more happier or projecting happiness because I'm more empathetic that someone else might be going through a day. Um, I've heard this like quote so many times. Don't try to like burn yourself out trying to keep someone else warm. Which I'm
mm,
like, wow, like that's essentially what I'm doing. So it's like, put your oxygen mask on first before you try to save someone. So yeah, it's this projection of like me constantly being happy when sometimes you're like I can be sad, I can be angry or whatever, but it's just balancing all of that without going from 0 to 100.
yeah,
Because I feel like for the longest time I would either be super happy or super sad, and it's like just trying to find like a good medium, and people
yeah.
don't know how to handle it because they've seen me a certain type of way of always being happy, and then one day I'm like sad and they're like, what was wrong with you, what's happening, like
I'm
what?
definitely, I'm definitely guilty of
Yeah,
feeling that from you because sometimes
yeah,
you'll be busy or you haven't replied to something in like a
yeah,
week, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Hello,
yeah.
like, are you mad at me or are you sad? Are you going through something?"
Yeah,
So I'm like, "Oh, okay, so he's fine. It's just he's
yeah, I'm just going through like the motions, and I think that's the other thing is like communication. I've learned like just a broken record is one of the most important things that I can
yeah."
learn.
Question 18: sweet or savory?
Savory.
Best advice you've been given.
Be true to yourself and don't let anyone else dim your light.
How would your friends describe you in 3 words?
God damn. God damn. No. I'd like to think they think I'm funny. uh, um,
Hmm.
just I would say unique.
Unique?
Yeah, literally. I'd say thoughtful.
Funny,
Indeed.
unique,
Thoughtful.
thoughtful. Thoughtful.
Thoughtful. THOTFUL.
Thoughtful. It's 4 p.m. on a random Saturday. What are you doing?
Eating.
um, what quality do you most want out of a partner?
What's the word for it when they just know what they need to do to like
Proactive.
yeah. That's yeah, they're just like
A sense of proactiveness. Favorite scent.
sandalwood.
Go to meal or dish to cook.
Filipino food. Adobo.
Adobo.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking back, what's a piece of advice you'd give to your 20-year-old self about love, life, or career?
I would say slow down. I would say um don't get too carried away with finding the love that you think you need. Take a moment to breathe and like work on yourself and just enjoy being present. We put so much pressure on achieving everything all at once that we don't really get to
Mm,
celebrate our wins. Also,
yeah.
celebrate your losses, not in a sense that like kind of marinate in like the sadness of losing something, but like take the perspective of learning from those losses and then turning it into something that's a bit more have a like more positive outlook, being like, okay, I learned this from that loss. Now, how can I turn that into like a win? Everything that kind of happens in your life, just enjoy it. Like everything happens
Mm.
for a reason, so just trust the process. Things
Yeah.
will work out.
What does happiness look like to you in this new decade?
I think happiness for me moving forward is finally finding home base, settling, and building something out of nothing with my
Mm.
prospective partner. Yeah, I think it's that I feel like I'm in that period of my life where I want someone to have this like stability with, because I feel like I've just been having this like nomadic lifestyle of living through a suitcase or moving, not really feeling like I'm super settled, even though I would stay 2 years here or like a year there. It's always so like sporadic. I just
Yeah.
want some anchor.
I guess also just be wary of like that is not reliant on someone else.
No,
Like your
100%.
happiness
Yeah,
is gonna be in your own
yeah.
control. Latest read.
Called someone fat the other day. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. No, the book that you recommended, which is actually over there, A Little Life by
Hanya Yanagihara.
yes.
If talent was no question in one day, what would you do with that? Like if you had all the talent in the world, like you could do anything, what would
Mhm.
you do with it?
I would perform. I would be on stage. Because I just want spotlight all around me.
She's a performer. And then our last one,
Oh.
as we both enter our 30s, what is your biggest hope for our friendship moving forward?
Aw. So we both recently watched 4 seasons,
Oh
and
yeah, we did.
I feel like we're entering into that era where,
Oh my god,
um
not yet.
oh, no, 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 okay, we're not like freaking 50 or
We're more like
40.
Fire Island.
Oh, yeah. I think more trips. I feel like I've gotten closer to you in the last 2 years, more so than when we were at uni.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we were both each other's, like, safety net going through uni, and then we obviously, like, lived like, so
Apart.
far away from each other, but it's a different time zone as well. I mean, we kept in touch and all that stuff, but I don't think the relationship grew. It did grow,
Yeah.
but it wasn't to the extent that it did in the last 2 years that
Yeah.
we are in the same time
Especially
zone.
same time zone, our trips to Mexico and
Everything that we've
traveling to
done so far.
LA,
Yeah,
Vancouver. Yeah.
literally. It's just like
Oh, we should. We should
yeah.
go on more trips. That
But yeah, not in the sense that we're, like, turning 60 like they are in, 4 seasons, but more just, like, we plan all these, like, cute trips and, like, creating more memories, core
yeah.
memories, yeah. Alright, so it is now your turn for your 30 for 30 with Mathew Vo.
Here we
Here
go.
we go, strap yourself in. First question, what's your favorite time of the day?
To preface, like we both kind of had our own questions and some of them ended up overlapping. So I was like, oh, okay. This is interesting.
Yeah,
But
suspicious.
favorite time of the day, oh my god, I love waking up and making coffee, but then
You do.
sunset, golden hour. Golden hour is my favorite
Yeah,
time of the day.
you do love your sunset walks. Um, what's your biggest weakness?
I guess it's like not letting people help me.
Yep. Yeah,
I think
can
that's my
feel that.
biggest one.
Yeah. What's your biggest strength?
Helping other people.
Okay, world peace.
No, I do really think that I'm really observant and thoughtful.
Yeah,
And I think that shows in my relationships with my close ones.
yeah,
So, yeah, I think that's my biggest strength.
mhm,
I'm very self-aware and observant of
yeah,
people around
I
me.
agree. Yeah. You're very proactive.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, qualities. You seem to grow a beard. Lol. What's the biggest learning experience you've had?
I guess growing up with my dad being sick
Mm,
and having to, I guess, just be a good kid and
Yeah.
help out my mum.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably my biggest thing. Just like knowing that that was a really tough time in our
Yeah.
lives, and the resilience and strength that my mom taught me, and
Mhm.
bringing that into
An
adulthood.
early age. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's rough.
So I
Yeah.
can like handle everything
Yeah.
because I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Radical optimism.
Sure. Yes. Love it. Um, what's your idea of a perfect date?
Ah! April 25th, because it's not too hot and not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. It is actually
It
such a
is.
great date,
It is.
though.
It is. It really is. Like I understand why she said what she said.
Yeah, I
She
know.
didn't stutter. I was like, yeah, I
She
get it.
did
I
it.
fully get it.
I do have a perfect date. For real, though, I think getting coffee and like walking around. I think that's
Mm.
like just a simple
With a leash?
what?
With a leash?
With a oh girl, no. Oh my god. I think just like sitting in front of people having dinner, it's like kind
Yeah.
of
It
just
is.
like quite high pressure.
Yeah.
Walking around, you're both active, you're
Mhm.
observing things, but then you can really kind of like focus on the conversation too
Yeah.
and not feel so nervous.
Pressured. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
there's other stimuli outside. Um,
exactly.
what's the biggest compliment you have ever received?
No one, I'm just like, no one compliments me. I guess like my sense of style. I don't know.
Yeah. Have they absolutely been like, "Oh my god, I love what you're wearing," or bleh? No?
Yeah. Yeah,
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 well,
yeah.
there you
They're like,
go.
"I love your fit and stuff." So that's a sweet compliment.
Yeah.
Or I honestly, I do really love it when people say you smell nice.
Yeah. It's like, "Thank you, I showered today."
You know me, I shower like 5 times a day,
You
so
do, no wonder your water bill is through the roof.
and I have dry skin.
That's why, because you're like anyway, how would you define yourself in 3 words? Which is a flip to what I said.
I know. One of them is thoughtful,
Mhm.
joyful.
Um,
Okay, okay, okay.
you
I'll do
you need to give yourself more credit.
thoughtful, joyful, and creative.
Nice. That's approved. Um, who is your style icon? Yeah,
It honestly changes.
right.
You know my style changes a lot.
Yeah.
But is it bad that I like just follow like GQ
No.
and just get inspired?
Yeah.
Especially honestly, I think Japanese city boy style is kind
Yeah.
of
It's oh, nice. Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's my inspiration right there.
What's one ingredient do you put in everything?
In everything?
Yeah. What's a spice? Give me some spice.
N- um Vietnamese fish sauce.
Oh, nokcham? Is that how you pronounce it?
Nước nước mắm.
No, yeah, that one.
Mhm. It just
Delicious.
elevates every dish.
It really does. What is your spirit animal? Or what's the other one that we talked about?
Our
Um,
primal zodiac.
primal zodiac. Yeah.
Okay, so I had even before I learnt about primal zodiacs, I knew that like for some reason wombats were like the animal that I gravitated towards
You're right.
because they're like cute, they look cute and cuddly, but then if you pick them up and like fuck with them, they will ruin you. So I feel the same way. I'm like, yeah, I look kind of cute and cuddly.
Someone picks you up.
Don't pick me up. But if someone messes with you, I can be kind of feisty. So
Do you know that they also twerk? They twerk,
twerk.
right? Yeah, twerk. Their predators to death. Did you know that?
I did not.
Oh, okay. So wombats have a massive cartilage or bone on the back of their hide. It's like super strong. So what they do is they burrow in the hole, and then if say a fox or whatever is chasing them, and then they get into the hole, the wombat would physically twerk and crush them to death because they're
Oh
bite.
my
Yeah,
god.
so they're biting their hide, but you can't because it's literally just cartilage. It's like thick cartilage. And so they don't feel anything. It's more of a defense mechanism. And yeah, so they crush them to death by twerking. So yeah, you're a wombat.
I am a wombat.
Don't pick up Matt because he will twerk you to death.
Yeah, I will. But when I learned about when I learned about Primal Zodiac, I looked up my animal and it was a wombat. So I'm like, what the hell? It's
Oh, yeah.
weird.
Wow. I
Yeah,
forgot what was mine. It
you're a
was,
cricket.
which is funny because I
Look
don't.
at you
I'm tall.
right now.
Yeah, I also just cricket. What makes you smile the most?
I think seeing my friends happy,
Oh,
friends and
oh,
family being
yeah,
happy, that makes me smile.
yeah, that's really cute. Um, what are the things that you can't live without?
My AeroPress coffee.
Yeah, this is giving me Kim Kardashian. Like, if you're staying
I
in
know.
Ireland, like my KKB contour
I know.
23.
People are dying.
Yeah,
I think coffee. Like I can't live without coffee.
yeah, I
As
feel like you
simple
can't
as it
function.
is.
Yeah. What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life?
Skydived with you on New Year's Eve
Really?
in Hawaii. Yeah, I feel like that's the
Yeah, actually, it was
scariest,
pretty
most
scary.
adventurous thing I've ever done. I mean, moving overseas by myself, but
Yeah,
activity wise, skydiving.
yeah, for sure. I think we talked about it last time, but I literally was drinking myself beforehand, like at a party, New Year's
Yeah.
Eve party, because I wasn't projecting that I was gonna die, but I was like, you know what? At least it'll be painless because I'll be hungover. Um, because I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, I'm numb. I remember like signing those forms and being like, you might die at the end of each like page. I'm like, yeah,
Oh my
okay,
god, those waivers. We should
yeah.
do it again.
I really want to. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I think we should go higher.
To space.
Getting Katy Perry vibes. What's a must-have clothing item everyone should have? Own.
I think a simple, basic white T-shirt.
Agreed.
Everyone can
Yeah.
pull it off.
What's the best piece of advice you've received?
From my mom in our last episode, our Mother's Day one, she always mentions to me, like go with the flow, kind of trust the
Oh,
process. So that gives me comfort in knowing that everything is gonna happen when it happens for me.
what's your pet peeve?
Oh my god, I have so many dirty fingernails. Is that?
Really?
Am I allowed to say that?
I
I
mean, you
think
can.
that's
Like, is it a turnoff? A pet
yeah.
peeve?
I think that's
Oh,
an ache for me.
what if they're like really hot and good looking, but they have like, I don't know.
Still no, because
Ew.
then the nails is like the height of your hygiene.
Yeah,
So if you can't take care of these, what else is going on under there?
true. Yeah, just skitties. What's something you notice about someone when you first meet them? Their fingernails. You're
Is
just
it
like,
weird?
smell.
I feel like Loki. I think it's people's hands.
What? Okay, what defines an attractive hand to you then?
No, it's not even just about attraction. It's just their hands. People's hands tell a lot about who they are, in my
Mm,
opinion. Like
mm,
when I'm doing screenwriting classes, they kind of get you to imagine your characters' eyes, their mouth, their hands,
mhm,
and the hands speak a lot to someone's character.
right.
So I feel like hands for me, I notice
Okay.
quite quickly.
Maybe there's a market for that online.
It's not a
It's like
fetish,
it's like
gosh.
foot only fans, but like hands only. Hands only. 2 hands.
Two hands. Just watch it. Two hands.
What book did you most recently finish?
Okay, I just finished Young Mungo by Douglas Stewart. It was about a Protestant and a Catholic. I
Oh,
think they're both not they're 14, 15-year olds and they're not meant to be in love with each other, but they end up being in love with each other, but in a society where it's very like hyper masculine.
mhm.
And so it's exploring
Wow.
those emotions, being raised in that type of family, and how they kind of have to choose themselves at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it was beautiful.
That
Yeah,
sounds really deep.
I think you'd like it.
Okay. I mean, I'm still getting through a little life. What's the one thing you've always wanted to try, but you've been too scared to do?
Pottery.
Why are you scared of pottery?
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like if I messed it up, I would be hard
Oh,
on
it's
myself.
such a perfectionist, but it's actually a very sensual form of art. You should
Okay.
take a class. No, literally, they would be like, "No, you need to lean in with your body," and I'm like, "Okay, stop touching me."
I
But
want to
no,
try it.
yeah,
Okay, I'll
it's really
try it.
fun. You should get a bunch of people and just be like, "Let's do a pottery class," and you can make like dishware and then like
Hell
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's the one
I'll do it.
talent you wish you had?
I wish I could sing.
Girl, same.
I wish I could sing so that I could be a pop star.
I know. Ugh,
Like I can learn how to dance. I just wish I had a voice that
yeah, that can match.
I know.
Um, what's something you don't want to be doing in 10 years?
I don't want to be driving. I want the Waymos to take me everywhere.
Every time. Actually, yeah, every time that Matt sees a Waymo, he sends a photo to our group chat and like, look,
I
another one.
do. I know. I'm obsessed with Waymos.
What's your favorite cocktail?
Dirty martini, vodka, extra
Okay.
dirty,
Love a simple life.
shaken, not stirred.
Mm. All right, Vo, Matt Vo. What's your favorite thing in the world?
I would say the art of storytelling.
Nice.
I think
Yeah,
that's my favorite thing in the
yeah,
world because that's the only way we can really understand each other. I think.
yeah. But also just like keep a record of your
Mm,
existence in this life, right?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it can come in so many forms.
100%. That's brilliant. Um, favorite smell?
Like you, I think sandalwood,
Mm,
but a little bit. I like sandalwoods that aren't too like
musty.
rich. There, yeah, I think a little bit more on the creamy, citrusy
Mm,
side.
yeah,
Some sandalwoods can be a little
sandalwood.
too overwhelming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed. What color clothing do you wear the most?
I think blue,
Yeah,
like what I'm wearing right now.
literally.
I have a
What
lot
are
of this.
3 words to describe living in LA?
Ooh, sunny,
Hmm.
inspiring, expensive.
Yep. Oh God. What's the one thing you had to learn the hard way?
I think the thing is like career wise is not going to be as linear
Yes.
as
Agreed.
I
Yeah.
I imagined.
Mm,
Like it's going to take time, it's going to pivot, it's going to change,
for sure.
but I have to kind of lean into it.
What's something you're tired of?
I'm so tired of Crocs.
What?
Seeing Crocs.
I actually was thinking of getting a pair.
I think you would suit it, but I'm so tired of seeing Crocs.
I feel like I'm the type that would wear Crocs, wouldn't it? Wouldn't I?
I'm
Um,
also tired of seeing people walking in the morning and like scrolling on their phone. I'm like, be
look up.
present.
Yeah.
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 Like what why just look at the world around you.
This is while you're driving, you're about to hit them.
I just to learn a lesson.
Yeah. If you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be?
Is it basic to say Dua Lipa? Because she goes on vacation, but then she works and she performs and
No.
she has a hot boyfriend.
So you just want a full day experience. I mean, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, I want Dua
Uh,
Lipa. I want Dua Lipa's life.
and lastly, what's the best thing that happened this year?
Is it cheesy to say like this podcast, starting
Really?
this podcast? Because like we're so lucky we have listeners.
Yeah.
And the fact that some of these listeners reach out to us and say, I feel like I know you better, or
Yeah.
family members who we don't really chat, but they
Mhm.
listen to the pod and they're like, oh, I feel close to you, or they'll bring up something that we said and
Right.
they're like, oh, this
Yeah.
resonated a lot. And this has opened up, I think, relationships and friendships
Oh, that's awesome.
far
Yeah.
apart. So I'm grateful for this pod. And I
Yeah.
think this is one of the best things we started.
That I totally agree and resonate with that, especially when you said that literally just a few minutes ago when you said storytelling is one of your favorite things. I feel like now we
Mm.
have an archive and or timestamp of when we have done this and
Yeah.
like the progression of when we started to now and everyone being like, oh my god, you guys are finally finding your groove and like you feel more comfortable doing all this stuff, and it's just the beginning for us, right? It's
Yeah.
just, and we're not doing it for anyone else or anything. It's literally just
No.
for us to just like, yeah, just share
Get it,
what we have and be not a beacon of light for someone, but like,
but connect with
um,
people.
yeah. I feel like for me, it's one of those things where I wish I had this growing up to have someone to be like, oh my God, they're doing the thing. I want to do the thing. I can do the thing. This person looks like me.
Exactly.
So it's like
Yeah.
I'm doing it for my my 13-year-old.
I know. We're doing this for our 13-year-old selves.
That was awesome. That was
Wow, that was
yeah,
fun.
that was really fun. I feel like some of the things, even though I think I knew what you were gonna say, you said something another answer. I was like, oh, okay, wow. I'm like learning more every
I
time.
think that's the point. I think
Point,
we
yeah.
still have so much things to learn about each other.
Exactly, and we're constantly evolving too. So certain
Yeah.
answers are like, yeah, Matt would answer this way. I'm like, oh no, he didn't. Okay.
Should we get to you do or you don't?
Oh yes,
Okay, sticking with the birthday theme. You do or you don't like surprise parties.
I love surprise parties. So I'm a you do because I'm a sucker for attention, and
We
if
know.
yeah, I know, we know. So if the focal point is for me to be surprised, I'm like, oh, I'm here for it.
I think it's you do for me too, but I've never
Yeah,
no one's ever thrown me a
I
surprise.
know, same. I always surprise people, but never the other way around. I'm the surprisee more than the surpriser.
I know. It's hard. It's actually quite hard to like organize a surprise party for somebody.
Well, I think for you especially because you're so like you need to be involved in everything.
Yeah.
So it would be like hard to navigate where you would be placed.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's like to the details of like where do your guests park so that
yeah,
the person
yeah,
coming in doesn't recognize these cars and be like,
exactly.
"What's happening?"
Because you would
So it's
also
like,
be very curious and observant and be like, what's happening? I feel something's off.
yeah, 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 yeah. But
It would be so hard to plan. Yeah.
you do
Like,
for me. So you do for me.
yeah.
But that was fun. Oh my gosh. Um, in the next couple of episodes, we're going into Pride Month in June. So
Yes.
it's gonna be Pride themes, obviously, and we're gonna talk about, our coming out story and our identity and how we are challenged day to day based off our queerness, and we'd love to have guests on for our June episode. So tune in for that.
Yeah. And as Matt has mentioned, I feel like it's gonna be a very important month for us. We don't have our Pride Month in Vancouver is in August, so we might have to do a part two.
It's all pride. It's all
It
pride for the
is,
whole
yeah.
year.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a very, very important couple of episodes just because we want to obviously celebrate our friends and celebrate their story as well as much as ours. But I feel like we're also still learning a lot of things being gay and queer people,
Absolutely.
um,
Yeah.
and how we like respond and react to the world.
Hmm.
So yeah, stay tuned for that, which is going to be so
Yeah.
colorful.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Please send us your you do or you don'ts. That would be amazing. Every single week we have a you do or you don't segment. So, but yeah, see you on the next episode, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.